Welcome to another episode of the Hayes Hustle Podcast. It's Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. We're here to get your wellness right. Your midweek wellness check with your wellness specialist, Coach Will, in the house, representing BC today. I keep going through this array of hats just to let you know. Whenever this happens, I need a haircut. So I hate that I started the podcast with needing a haircut, but hopefully in a couple days I can reveal a fresh new cut, and you can see the real Coach Hayes. But that's what we doing. So today I'm repping one of my club football team, BC Bridge City. We right here. That's us. Check us out. Welcome today, Wednesday, hump day, hardest day of the week. Trying to stay on track, and this is the day that brings you back. This is the day that pulls you down. Okay, so I'm here to boost you up, baby. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to boost you up. On those days, that's the day we need the most support. The days is, the worst days for us. The midweek, the end of the day. Right, so I'm hoping, if you're listening to this, hopefully it's to power you through your last hour, or power you through your hardest hour. That's what this is all about, giving you a hour of power, baby. You know what I mean? So sometime you got an hour left in the day, and you need to go by real fast. Boom, throw me on. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's entertaining or you listening and you like, this dude's a clown. Whatever the case is, you love the information. You know what I mean? Maybe you just love the sound of the voice when I hit that berry on them. Boom, boom, boom. I got to start doing more of that Venus flytrap on them. Coming that yo, what's up? You reach Coach Hayes, is up. This ain't no voicemail. But midweek, man. I'm here for you. I want to bring you through. It's all about wellness today. All about wellness. Making sure you feel, right. Making sure your mind, body, and soul are all on the same page. Making sure you are living in the present. In the present. Not in the past, not in the future. We're going to talk about a little bit of that today. We're going to talk about that. That's kind of our main subject today. We're kind of getting on that. What causes anxiety? What causes that depression? Some of the things. One of the main factors. We won't talk about that. Living present. That's what our main message today on the Hayes Hustle Podcast show. I'm excited. Yesterday we had me and Justin was in the house. I mean, not Justin. Sorry. Justin was over this weekend. We did major merch stuff. Justin is the owner of Temptation Freshies. And so we are coming up with a bunch of merch for the Hayes Hustle Podcast. That's going to be coming soon. Things you can rep, whether it's t-shirts, air fresheners. We're coming out with it. So it'll be nice. I can't wait. Our website is about to launch also, so you'll be able to see and purchase all that stuff online, be able to check out more content. It's going to be fantastic. Met with Levi yesterday, though. Got to meet with Levi yesterday. Levi is my producer, and so we came and brainstormed on how we can make the podcast better, how we can offer you more content, how we can offer you more value. And the things we came up with, I think, were unbelievable. I am so excited. I'm so excited to be able to offer you a subscription, let's think it's $2.99 for extra things that you'll be able to access, like more stories. We're gonna have some stories that we're not gonna release on our regular podcast stories, that are our throwback stories. I'm gonna go in depth about some things that some real crazy stuff, but it'll be for our listeners that subscribe only. We got some cooking shows we're gonna do, some cooking with Hayes shows. I'm gonna have some of those are gonna be on there. So recipes, stuff like that. I got a cookbook coming out, and you'll have a percentage off of the cookbook also for the people who are in that's in these subscribe clubs. So this is going to be really sweet. We start recording yesterday. We start recording our behind the scenes behind the scenes footage, so you can see us putting these ideas together, these concepts together, how it's actually building, how we're building it. Like it's unbelievable, right? So we're going to give you access to all that footage, how the podcast is happening, us building our merch, doing our merch. We're going to give you a percentage off of merch if you are in our Patreon. We have a new Patreon club, and it's different levels to it. There's an entry level, like a low level, that you ain't giving nothing but a couple of bucks a month. You just want to see us on the air. You appreciate us and you love the what we're giving. So you're throwing that out there. We have another package that if you go up a mid-level package, that you get, a lot more. You get the content, some of the content that we were talking about. You get discounts on training, virtual training, in-person training. You get, I'm just adding. I got books coming out on recruiting. You get some discounts on recruiting services, on recruiting consultations. So I'm throwing a nice package together for people who are really fans of the show, want to see us grow. And there's information I got that you need to know. Like, man, I'm gonna start breaking this shit down. Watch out. Midweek, I'm coming at you. Hustle. The trap trainer is here, baby. The trap trainer is here. So yeah, so I'm coming out. I'm just excited. We got some packages coming out that I think you're gonna be really, really excited about. I'm excited about anyway, to be able to deliver you more content, to be able to deliver you value. My whole thing is value, not perceived value. A lot of people got perceived value. I'm going to give you some real value. Okay. That, we got a couple of, some of the things we're going to do are, we got some great segments coming in some of that content we're giving away. One's called Father Time, where it's going to just be time for me to talk about me and my father. And it's going to be about 15-minute segments where I just talk about my dad. And experiences about, different stories about me and my pops. It's just about me and my pops. Father Time is going to be pretty cool. Couple new segments. We're going to do a little documentary. We're going to get into a little documentary on this whole thing, on my life. So when I'm telling you all this stuff on Throwback Thursdays about where it started at, Chicago and St. Louis and Indiana and all this stuff, we're really going to actually map it out, maybe break it down a little bit. Like, this is where I was here. This is what I looked like when I was here. This is what life like was when I was here. Like, really break down. Like, I'm excited about some of the things we got going. So now it's just not you get to enjoy this ugly face, you know what I'm saying, and this voice. But we're gonna put it in depth. We're gonna paint the whole picture. That's what I'm excited about. I like to tell the story. I'm a storyteller, bro. I like to put the paint on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? Put the meat on the bones. Put the meat on the grill. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like doing. I like coloring it. So this is gonna allow us to really go in depth, really get down. I'm just excited. So big shout out to Levi. Big shout out to Justin. Thank you for helping me make this dream come true, man. It takes, teamwork, make the dream work. And it's funny. I'm help building Justin and his business because I want to see him succeed. I love that guy, actually, right? I trained him. I trained him when he was in high school. I worked with him and I coached him. And so I got skin in the game on this kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was a time in school where he couldn't afford training, I told his parents I got it. That's real talk. You know what I mean? That's real talk. Like, and when I told those kids, like, hey, this ain't just about now. Whenever in your life you need me, I got you. Look where we at now. Now we partners. Now he's, you know what I'm saying? He really rocked the camera that's bringing you this the video right now. And we finna get even more live. Like, we just doing small steps at a time, but it's just nice that you ain't got a network, build a network. Build a network. No excuses. Hump day. It's coming at you. Get a little bit. Just this wellness. Got to learn how to make it happen for yourself. Save ourselves. SOS. I'm coming with that. T-shirts. I'm coming with that. That's really save ourselves, bro. We don't need everybody trying to, you need all that. I'm going to teach you how to save yourself, man. I'm going to teach you how to extract all that greatness out of your mind, all that greatness out of your mind and put it in the hustle. That's what it's all about, man. We was already pre-programmed with all the greatness. They got us to believe you need to go. Now, listen, I still love people. You got to go to school to become a doctor. You got to become a school to play sports. But they got us believing that you got to go become something when you're already pre-programmed or something. You just got to understand what it is, hone it, and then, and only then, will you be able to give it away. And when you're able to give it away and able to live off of that, is when you show thankness for that gift, and you've tended to it, you built it, you grew it. Now we can take care of you, right? That's how it goes, baby. That's how it goes. Wellness Wednesday. How's our weight for our people who are on our weight challenges and our weight, trying to lose our weight? How we doing? Big shout out to our sponsors, Bridge City Fam, Bridge City Fathers and Mentors Program. Should have these hats for sale. We're gonna have a whole lot of hats though. We're gonna have a whole lot of stuff for sale, shirts, everything. Bridge City Fam, Bridge City Father Mentors Program, Bridge City Fathers and Mentors Program. Let me be real clear with that. A non-profit program. Yes, I am the founder, co-owner. My man Rodney Akins, he's my business partner. Shout out Big Rod. From Philly through Hawaii to Portland. You know how we go. Rod crazy. Yes, Bridge City Fam, man. 2 black men came together. We want to, we understand that it ain't everybody's job to save our youth. We understand that, bro. We would like it to be. I think the world think it's everybody's job, but we understand it's not. We understand that it's our job. Adjust the camera. Let's go. Get more of this mic. Yeah. We understand that people think it's everybody else's job, but in reality, it's not. It's our job, man. You got to, just for the ones that take it personal, instead of taking it personal and complaining, you got to create an avenue. You got to create a solution. You got to create a solution. That's what it is. And if you got the balls, especially in the nonprofit space, okay, if you got the balls, and we started this off not really being a nonprofit, just going, no, we got to do this, and just because COVID was here and everything was on hold. We was like, we can't be on hold. These kids are going crazy. We got to make this shit happen. So we just put it together. But in the nonprofit space, the idea is, if you're willing to go start something that can benefit, a community, a problem that the government really isn't in the business of doing, right? They into allocating money and doing things like that, but they don't really want to go make an initiative to take care of this. But if you go build something, if you go start something and show that you're really for real, they'll give you some support. Now, I don't like waiting on that shit. This is why I never did no nonprofit, nothing like that. But it's the long game. I already got for-profit businesses and things like that. But the nonprofit, if you're going to dedicate in the long term to solving a problem, which is what they want to see, a person that's in it for the long term, before they start funneling money to you from the government, saying, okay, here's a dude that is we can consistently depend on helping us work with this group from 13 through 18 or whatever the things are at the at-risk level. And so when we have a problem in that area, he's one of the resources. We can dump kids on him. We can dump funds on him, and he's going to help us. I'm just trying to explain to y'all how it goes for all of our people out there looking to get into that nonprofit space. But you got to be serious. It can't be a hustle. Some of y'all niggas just trying to hustle. Man, that's the way you get some money. Nah, man, you got to be real. What's your intentions? Your pure heart intentions, Holmes. Like, real deal. This is part of when people have to start doing the work on themselves. Because if you ain't patient in this game, and no, you might get some money one time. But if you ain't for real, they'll understand. They'll feel that shit. You'll be out of the game in a hurry. You won't be re-upping. They won't be giving you nothing else. You won't be around because your heart ain't pure. Your intentions ain't pure. You got to have serious intentions. In the long run, if you're trying to be successful, I'm talking about real successful. Not a flash in the pan, not make a little cash, not get a bag. I'm talking about being really successful. You got to get on a success level. That's mindset. Okay, mindset, purpose. So, hey, that's a part of wellness, man. Mind. Okay, that's all. That's wellness. It all starts here. All starts understanding that you're enough, no matter what. No matter what the weight is, no matter what the financial position is. It's so easy when you don't have enough financially to feel like you're not enough in the world. We got to make sure we don't connect the two. Sometimes because you don't have enough, you feel like you aren't enough. That is not true. Sometimes when you don't have enough, you have to dig and be so resourceful that it actually shows you you're enough. Wellness tip 101. Boom, 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 boom. Coach A's coming through with it. I'm coming through with it, man. You know I'm getting comfortable on this mic, man. I'm getting comfortable starting to bob and weave. Starting to bob and weave on the ass. They ain't got a fighting chance because I'm coming. I'm coming on this bike, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, hump day. Wellness Wednesday, man. Get your mind right. Gotta understand that mental part of it. Nobody's talking about the mental part. Everybody's just out there doing. Gotta take the time to think. The wellness game. Here's the big thing. Big shout out to all our listeners. Worldwide. We're a worldwide podcast now. Big shout out to all our listeners. Worldwide. We here. Had to get this out before I get into it, because I'm gonna get into it today. So I gotta just make sure I'm getting all this stuff out the way. Big shout out to the US listeners. Big shout out to the France listeners. Big shout out to Australia, New Zealand, Canada. I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I love you. Let's go now. The wellness, one of the biggest things is, and I'm sure you heard a lot about this, is about living present. This is the thing that can drive you crazy. When you don't live present. I do this a lot. I understand it. I do this a lot. I understand it. And it's not a good thing to do. You gotta live present. This is what gets us in trouble, wellness-wise, in our head. Okay, is not living present. Okay, so Coach Will, what do you mean living present? What do you mean living present? I mean focusing on the day. It is Wednesday. Focus on what's going on Wednesday. Not only that, don't focus on what's going on at 4 p.m. at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m., focus on what's happening at 10 a.m. You got a meeting at 11. Stop worrying about it at 7. Eat breakfast at 7. Enjoy breakfast to the fullest. Move on to the next day. Move on to the meditating. Move on to the whatever. And just continue to knock those dominoes down as the day come on. Instead of bracing yourself for the day. Instead of getting there 2 days before because you've been worried about it for 2-3 days. That's basically getting to the appointment 2 days early and wait in the lobby and worry about how the appointment's gonna go. That's the equivalent of that's what that is when you worry like that. It's basically like you done been there and I'm sitting there worrying instead of continuing to work on yourself, continuing to live your life, and then when that moment comes, being the best you. Being present is important. I do this where sometimes because of I'm always looking at the big picture and these big goals. Sometimes I forget that life is pretty damn good right now. And to stop and be happy about right now instead of being in go, I gotta get. That shit's gonna come because I'm never gonna stop. But right now, as of today, enjoy today. I gotta pull weeds today, so I'm not excited about that. But again, I gotta be excited because I remember I didn't have a yard to pull weeds out of. I remember living in an apartment. They had people that did that already. We never had a chance to cut grass. So for me, it's the way I look at it. I get the opportunity to do it, and I be present instead of going, "Oh, I gotta cut the grass today." Once I get to that point, I'm gonna cut the grass. I'm gonna enjoy. I remember I didn't have grass. This is great. So I can kind of knock those dominoes down. But the biggest thing is not looking forward to something. When you are here, here's the two things. Here's the two ways to get you in real trouble. Stay here and focus on here. Focus on here, right? We focus on here. The present, which I have no control over, is in front of me. So when I start focusing on this space right here, between my hand and this hand, right here, okay? I should write this down. That's what I should do. As soon as I start focusing on that, I'm no longer focused on this space between here. Here's the present right here, just between these hands, right between these fingers. As soon as I start focusing on this part up here, which is the present, then I start focusing on this. I start focusing on this is the, hold on, sorry. As soon as I start focusing on the future and start focusing on the present, I'm taking my eyes off the ball. Now I have room for anxiety because what's going to happen? What's going to happen coming up, right? What's happening? Instead of being here, instead of working till you get here, you're worrying about being here. And now it's a problem. That's what causes anxiety. That's what causes anxiety. Worrying about what's going to happen. So you're not being present. Worrying about the meeting tomorrow instead of just preparing for the meeting. Prepare for the meeting. When you get to the meeting, let that shit go. Ain't no worrying. If you're not prepared, you're not prepared. So why don't you worry about being prepared? Boom. What causes depression? Depression is I worry about what I should have did. Here's the bottom of it. I should be present. I should be living present. But we're worrying about the past back here. That causes depression. I wish I could fucking change what happened. You can't change what happened. So you start living in the past. You wish you can change the past. You wish you can change it. You start looking in the future. You have anxiety about what's going to happen. Oh no, what if this happened? Oh no, what if that happens? Your body and your mind start to think about only the worst scenario, period. Your mind is rigged for whatever reason to calculate the negative consequences of every action. It seldomly puts the thought of what can happen positively from your decision. From your work, from your hustle, from your grind. Stay present is the only way to achieve true happiness. Period. To have your wellness well, you have to be present. You got bills due at the end of the month that you don't know how you're going to pay. And so you spend every day worrying about the bill instead of working to make sure you got shit taken care of. You just worry about every day and how you can maximize every day, how you can. Then now I'm focused on the right thing. I'm not focused on worrying. I'm focused on working. Real talk. Hump Day Hustle with Coach Hayes. We here talking about ways to achieve wellness on a long-term level. Long-term level. You need a system. It's not just about being in a place of happiness. That's not the way it goes. You got to understand the system. And the system is to live present. How present can we live? It's all about living present. Soon as you start looking in the future and start thinking about what's to come, that's what causes anxiety about what can go wrong. Think about that. Big picture thinking with Coach Hayes, Coach Will. We here, Hump Day. We live in present. It's easy to start, to not live present and not even think about it, not even consider that's what's happening. But I've worked with a lot of athletes. And a lot of the game with athletes is they're thinking about, they wish they can change what happened in the last game. They wish they can change what happened in the last shot, the last time going down the court, instead of flushing that shit and moving on to the next play. When the game's over, I'm stuck in that last game. The big thing about champions, the real thing about champions, they don't really get that. They don't really have bad games per se. They might have a bad quarter. They might have a bad half, but a really great player, before the game is over, they go, shit. Oh, okay, I figured it out. I was doing this, I was doing that, or offense ain't working. Let me get defensively. Let me kick in. But they spend little time worrying about what they did wrong. They have a quick flush. If they're worrying about what happened the last couple times coming down the field or the court or whatever field to play, they're toast because they're not living in the moment. They're not living right, and they're not living present. In sports, that'll kill you. In life, that'll kill you. You saving up to buy your wife something special for her anniversary, but you're treating her like shit in between the time of, now and then. That's the issue. Right. That's the issue. You could fucking lose your girl in time of you trying to save up to buy her something. Live present. Live present. You saving up for the big building so you can do the big thing and you can't wait. So you're making all these moves to make this happen. But in the meanwhile, you're treating your current clientele like shit and not giving them your whole attention when they're there because you're so focused on the big thing that you're not present. Come on. Picking out little knit things from my hat. I'm bringing that real spill, man. Stay present. You're a father. Stay present. When you got time with your kids, stay present. It's tough not to get off the phone. Get off the phone. Be present. Try to make them be present. Put down their phone. Spend time with you. Connect eyes. Cook dinner. See them laugh. Be present. These are important lessons. These are the shit that people don't talk about. They talk about biology and chemistry and all that shit. And then if you ain't a scientist, you never use it again in your life. These are the things. These are life lessons that you need to fucking know, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry. Coach Will gonna bring it to you. Your wellness, midweek wellness consultant. I got you. I'm coming with it. Even if I gotta drop down to the low pro voice, start going there. That's what Wednesday is. A little bit more, refrain, a little bit more on the low. Coming with it. Big day today. Hump day. For me, it's always working. Hump day is you're working your ass off. It's midweek. You're pushing shit through. That's what it is. You got to get it going. It ain't hump day if you ain't working your ass off. Just remember that. That's my thing. Stay busy, fam. Stay busy. It's always something to do. I sometimes get caught up on that shit where, I get some time. I want to relax for a second. Well, really, dinner needs to get started. Or there's some shit in the yard that I need to do. And I am so goal-oriented that I feel so much better once I can check shit off the list. That sitting down really takes time from me getting one of those goals done. It's just amazing when you start thinking about really successful people must not have a lot of friend breaks, must not do a lot of bullshitting around, because it's just so hard to get your dreams accomplished if you're not staying focused, if you're not being consistent. That all starts up here. And the biggest part of being able to be having gratitude for what you have right now is being present. It's being present. You got to stay present. You got to live in the now. That don't mean you don't make decisions that will affect your future. You don't have to do that too. But your happiness, your joy should be based on the now. Not what I'm going to get, not what I'm going to do, not what I wish I could have did, not what your joy really comes on you understanding, enjoying the now. You really have nothing but now, because the yesterday's gone. Tomorrow hasn't got here and you're not promised that. So really the only thing you truly have is now. Think about that shit. And we don't spend enough time appreciating, having gratitude for now. That's why God takes us away sometimes, because you're not appreciative of, you woke up, dude. There's air going in your nose out your you forgot to thank me for that. Cause what's going on? You waiting on me to give you $1 million? Bro, I woke you up. I gave you the opportunity to do anything you want in life. You didn't even say thank you. I'm telling you, meditate, pray. Add it to your wellness plan. You want to be well? Invite God, invite the universe, and whatever you believe in, invite that into your life. Shut the hell up. Be quiet and become one with nothing. With just think of the clouds, think of God, and just be thankful. Be thankful you're alive. Be thankful to be breathing. I'm telling you, I do this every day in the shower, multiple times a day. I take a shower, I wash everything is washed. Next thing I know, I am sitting on the shower floor with the water raining down. And I'm literally saying, thank you, Lord. Just thank you. Thank you. I'm sitting on the ground. I have 2 showers. One come down, one come in front. You know, that high profile. I'm a big dude though. I need all the shower I can get. I need all the water. I need that water. I'm in love with hot showers, to let you know. I take about an hour shower. Water bill on big. Water bill on drip. Not cool. Wife always on my ass about the water bill and how long I'm in the shower. But that's my routine, bro. I'm praying to God. I'm like, hey, this is God costs some money, man. I gotta get this water in. God, this is his time. So it's unlimitless. I don't mess around. I don't ask for a lot. So a big water bill ain't shit. I need to get, it's all about sacrifice. That's one of my sacrificial things to God. Like, I thank you for clothing me. Thank you for raining down on me. Thank you. Please shower me with your love. Shower me with your blood. Shower me with your, that's how I take the shower. Just so thankful. And nobody can bother me. I'm in there by myself. I don't want nobody in there. I had the lights off most of the time, even if it's sunny and day. I had the lights off. I don't want nothing in there. I just want to be in there, me and meditating. Sometimes I forget to fucking take an actual shower. I just get in there and start meditating, and that's a problem. I get out half hour later, stank like hell. Forgot to take a shower. So I have to remember to get my ass in there and actually shower first. Wash everything, soap up, lather up, rinse off, do all that shit. Get into God mode, you know what I mean? But if you ain't doing that already, I would advise you to get right, get that wellness part right. Start getting that meditation part where you just become one. It does something to you mentally and spiritually where it builds you. Ask the universe, ask God for what you want, and then be willing to work for it. Don't just be sitting there and God, I want this, and then you go off and do what the hell you want to do. Make sure what you're doing aligns with what you want. You won't always have the answer. Sometimes God will make the answer. I think that's another thing that drives us batty. Us always trying to have the answer. You got to know what you want. You have to make sure that you know what you want. Have it clearly defined what you want. You have to meditate and visualize what you truly want. You have to make moves in that direction of what you truly want. God will come up with the way. That's the thing I didn't understand. I always thought like, man, how the hell am I going to make something like this happen? This is a big problem. This is or this takes a lot of money that I don't have. How am I going to make this happen? And instead of that, I forgot my job is to dream. My job is to meditate. My job is to work on it. My job is to max out on everything I can do. Only then will the opportunity open up. Only then will God. Here's the other thing, then that's when God sends somebody your way. That's when a solution comes up. That's when your job is just to max out the deal. Like I did everything. Got to do everything. See what happens. You're not giving 100% then. If you're not, give 100% and see what happens. Remember, I was 30 something years old before I realized I hadn't given anything 100%. Like anything in my life. This thing, I mean 100% every day. I'm gonna do this. Every day I'm gonna go. Every day I'm gonna send an email. Every day I'm gonna like 100%. Anything 100%. Maybe a game. Maybe even that. Like you slack sometime. 100%. If you can start doing that, live present 100%. Set a goal and really go at it. If you can only go at it 3 hours a day, go at it hard 3 hours a day. If you got to work, you got to go to school, whatever the case is, but make sure you're setting your dial toward that shit and working. Come on. Real talk on Wednesday, get you through. Shout out to the sponsor, Bread City Fathers and Mentors Program. Check us out, www.breadcityfam.com. Looking for mentors, always looking for great mentors, men of substance, people of impact. If you're looking to give a generous donation, we appreciate your donations. We live off of donations. We fundraise year round to be able to fund our football program, to be able to fund future programs for our girl athletes. Also, we welcome girls to play football too, but there's other sports like volleyball and things like that girls that predominantly play that we want to be able to make sure we're making this, a good environment for those girls also. So we want to make sure we're bringing sports for everybody. And outreach services on a year-round basis, just peer mentoring opportunities to stay connected to kids, so we can drive down the suicide rate, we can drive down the depression and anxiety rate. We can really make some. We can the drug rate, the drug use rate. We can drive down some of that stuff by being persons of impact, being father figures, inserting ourselves where we're needed. We're bridging the gap, man. Bridging the gap. That's what it's all about. Bridging the gap between kids that need resources and men of resources. Men with resources. Mentors with resources. Businesses with resources. Empower people like me so I can empower them. That's what we need. If you're looking for us, please contact me, www.bridgecityfam.com. Living in the present, ladies and gentlemen. This is the key to happiness, to joy, to true joy. I don't know about happiness, but joy. Joy is smelling the flowers. I can smell the flowers today. I can see the clouds. I can do this today. The rain, when the rain comes, oh my God, it's dreary. Well, it's going to, can't have a beautiful summer without, whatever, spring in the summer, rain in the spring, whatever, what I'm saying, all those different things. You have to try to look at things with the glass half full. What I'm trying to say. Stay in the present. Stay in the present. Not learning how to flush what happened yesterday. Learning how to flush the bad things because it's gone. That you can't get it back. That you can learn and recalibrate and move on. Learning from the past, a lot better than living in the past. Learning from the past, learning from your mistakes instead of living and letting them torture you. Reliving them, letting it torture you. Can't do it. Let's make sure we got our shit together on this. Wellness Wednesday. You're with your man, Coach Will. Your midweek check-in. Making sure you're right. Making sure your mental's right. Live for the now. So you went off your diet this weekend. You ate a bunch of shit. You drunk a bunch of shit. So that shit's gone. What you gonna eat today? Fell off for a couple months. Blah, blah, blah. So what? What you gonna do today? Now what? No excuses, man. Let yesterday go. If you fucked up yesterday, that's yesterday. Now we on today. I hope tomorrow though I'm gonna be at this person's house and they're gonna have this to drink and that to eat. Let's worry about today. Maybe tomorrow you don't even decide to go tomorrow. Maybe something comes up. But you're worrying about tomorrow, giving tomorrow too much energy. When you take energy away from right now and start putting it toward yesterday, that causes depression. When you take energy you should be using right now and put toward, man, I'm so scared about what's going to happen tomorrow in the future, you're going to cause anxiety. Ding, 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 ding. I'm giving you keys today. Free game, baby. Free game. Remember, we got that Patreon coming out, though. We got the Patreon coming out. I'm going to give you a lot more access to me and my squad and what we giving and content. It's going to be better than TV, man. It's going to be better than TV. I understand this shit now. I didn't understand why people was doing. I get it now, though. You find something, you find your own lane that you're interested in, and you can see, life, real life, and it's kind of exciting. I can't wait to give it to you. I'm going to give you some serious content. Pool time, family time. Might show you some of these crazy ass kids. I'm going to have everything, man. Let you see it from the inside out. Show you what I'm all about. I don't do this for the clout. Make you run another route. Hey. You got to start going. You know what I'm saying? For real. For real, for real, for real. Y'all know I used to be a middle school rapper. Frosty Freeze was my name. Spitting cold rhymes was my game. Listen, man, I gotta stop. I'm just letting y'all know this is why the lines drop all the time. Is when I was in high school. When I was in middle school, I started rapping and I started rhyming, writing and rhyming back then. And I missed the mic. That's why I love the mic now. I ain't here to rap or nothing, but some of that shit just comes out naturally. It just comes out naturally. Just what it is. So it's nice to be back on the mic. I remember saving all our money as kids for a microphone like this, saving all of our money. And back then it was go to Radio Shack. Everything's go to Radio Shack, get a shack, go to Radio Shack, get a mixer, get a microphone. We had matching sweatshirts that said Death Rock Crew. You know what I'm saying? We was going, the DRC. Death Rock Crew. We was a DRC. That was back in those 80s days. You know what I'm saying? We was the shit though, bro. We was the shit in middle school. I used to take down them old 8th grade rappers. I was in 6th grade. I used to slay these niggas. Just going on them. That was going on. So the microphone and me, man, we go back a long way. I'm a microphone fiend. You know what I'm saying? I ain't new to this thing. This is what I do. So I do. I hope in a couple of years somebody said, what you do, man? I'm a podcaster on the training business. But right now I'm a trainer on the podcasting. I got there's a couple of things I do. But in a couple of years, I think that this thing is going to wave off. We got our first sponsor, our first paid sponsor with Temptation Air Freshener. This weekend, we just qualified for some more, voice ad revenue shit. So, this is just very, very exciting. Who knew that's how it worked? We didn't know how that worked. Next thing you know, we get an email, hey, you qualify for this. Let's get busy. I'm like, oh man, like this is insane. So just big up to all the people who've been making this move of mine to a movement. I'm not going to stop. If you don't stop listening, man, that's the only way. I'm going to keep on putting it out. Even if you stop listening, I'm going to put it out. I believe if you make your life. All right, we back on this. We back on here. I don't know, we had a slight difficulty with the camera, so we back rolling, we popping. But hey, what I wanted to make sure, I didn't want to lose my train of thought on where we was at today. Okay, I want to finish up our wellness episode today. Make sure we understand, in order to sidestep, to avoid depression and anxiety, let's really make it a goal to live present. Let's make it a goal, live in the present. Can't do anything about the past. Once it's gone, it's gone. Try to learn from it instead of beating yourself up over it. Big lesson. What can I learn from the past? What can I learn from what I should have, would have, blah, blah. The other thing is eliminating. I remember Gary Vee saying something about this. Gary Vaynerchuk. Got to give people what they do when they say stuff. He said eliminate should have out of your vocabulary. There is no such thing as should have. That is a guilt thing that you guilt yourself. Man, I should have did this. Man, I should have did that. That's the quickest way to have depression, is keep on talking about what you should have did. Try to eliminate those type of words that cue negative thoughts in your brain. It prevents you from going forward. Stay away from those things. Stay away from those kind of words. Don't say those words. Don't speak those things. Don't speak them into existence. You gotta stay away from it. Should have. I was going to yesterday, but I didn't. Maybe tomorrow I will. Okay. Should have. Not a good thing. Don't guilt yourself. You literally got to be your number one fan for wellness, because if not, you'll be the number one person feeling guilty for yourself instead of being your number one fan. Something happened, you got to be like, man, I'm going through this shit. Forget about it. Yeah, it's tough, but I talk to myself all the time. I think that's really a big part of wellness, because we're literally waiting on somebody to pick us up sometime. We're waiting on somebody to cure the problem. We're waiting on somebody to say something to us. And so sometimes there's something that needs to be said to me. I said to myself, come on, man. Come on. Fuck it. Let's go. I know you're tired. Get your ass up. Or, man, this is just what it take. Damn. Like, how would I know what it take to come from nothing to something? How would I know? That's all I know was having nothing. So as I continue to climb the chart and continue to try to, build and leave a legacy for my kids, be able to build an empire of wellness for my community, for my online community, my fitness community that I train and work with. Build. Try to stay focused. Try to stay focused right where I am, even though I'm building for the future. Make sure goals and your work ethic, we've been talking about that a lot this week, are equal. You wanting something and you're not willing to put in the work, but you just wanting it and thinking that's going to make something happen will cause depression. You looking forward will cause anxiety. You looking back, wishing you can change something, causes depression. Let's just try to eliminate some of these things. Let's try to talk to ourselves positively. Let's try to, since negative talk is 85% of what's running through your head all the time, if you don't find a way to talk to yourself and encourage yourself, your negative self is always talking to you, is always there. So you literally have to reprogram that thing daily. It's not like something I did it on Monday. No. It's every day. I talk to myself every day. You got it. I even say what I put whole conversations in my head, like straight out, and it sounds kind of weird, but when you a loner, I ain't got no friends. I don't mess around with a whole bunch of friends. I don't do that. So because I ain't got that, and because I ain't got my pops to talk to every day, it's like I'm saying a lot of times what my dad would tell me, I just say it out loud. Because I'm the next version of him. So when I talk to myself, when I'm saying the words that I know he would tell me, that it's powerful to me. Wellness. We got to take it into our own hands, man. These people put you on medication. They'll do all kind of shit except for solve the problem. So let's come up with some real remedies to start helping us. I think that's what podcasting is all. There's so much to dip into and to try to listen. If it fits you, then fine. If it don't fit you, don't worry about it. You tried it, didn't cost you nothing, free game. It's free game. But if you can try this and this remember, it's all about mindset. We can adapt a different mindset. We can adapt a different life. All starts with the programming. The body is gonna do what the programming says does. Just remember that. You type into the computer. Sorry, knock this little thing off. You type into the computer. It displays what you put in. Right? You ask Google for something. I don't know if we want to edit that, Levi. That was kind of crazy. I had never did that before. So make sure you're reprogramming that computer. Make sure you're doing it daily. Okay, make sure you're doing it daily. What you're telling yourself is exactly what you're gonna get out of yourself. So make sure you're telling yourself the right stuff, and then back it up with the work. That's the recipe for success. Okay, wellness. Let's make sure we're taking care of ourselves. Remember, this episode brought to you by Bridge City Fathers and Mentors Program. Please check us out at www.bridgecityfam.com. Fam as in family, as in fathers and mentors. Nice little play on words. I thought that was great. I was waiting when I first made that up. I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. So anyway, listen, didn't want to hold you all day. I love giving you a game. I love being here with you. Remember, we have extra stuff coming soon. Me and Levi been in the lab cooking up that extra stuff that you can get on Patreon coming soon. Things that you can get on subscription. That you can get on subscription. Cooking with Hayes, where I'm gonna be, grilling and cooking in the kitchen, showing you how to cook for the kids, healthy, but on the same time, I got days like Fridays where that's the day I fry food. So we'll have some days we're gonna fry up some food on those days. We're gonna show all type of shit, desserts, the Hayes way, because I'm also coming out with a cookbook. So what better way to showcase the cookbook is by showing you a little bit of all the homemade recipes that I love to make, that we love to eat around here. some Southern stuff, some Hawaiian stuff, some fusion, all that type of shit. So we're gonna show it all. I'm gonna show everything. It's gonna be great. Be able to show my life and what I've learned from my daddy and my life with you, to be able to share it. If you can use it, you can entertain you, whatever it is, it'd be great. I have stories called Father Time. That's just about me and my pops. Stories about me and my pops, and it's called Father Time. Just to let you understand that you ain't got forever, man. Appreciate your pops while you got them. So those are called Father Time. We're gonna have those, and those are gonna be for our subscription customers. That and the subscription is not very much. We talking about a couple dollars a month. I think it's $2.99 a month to be able to have all this, unprecedented access to all this, deals. But not only are we going to give you some great content, but we're also going to give you some deals on some of the services that I offer, like recruiting consultations, training virtually, online and in person. Some rental deals on some of our shooting machines. We got basketball shooting machines that we do rentals. We have lacrosse ball shooting machines also for goalies and for passing and things like that. So, we're going to offer the whole gamut to our subscribers, and no matter what, we're going to be giving this free game to everybody. The free game is going to be here. It ain't going nowhere. We're going to leave this, but there's going to be some extras if you want to get all the way in. If you want to get into the hustle gang, bro, we're going to have a way for you to join the hustle gang. Okay, that's what it is. The Hayes gang, we don't mess around. Okay, Hayes gang, I'm building a community, and I want to make sure you got access to me. So anyway, that is coming. Be looking forward to it. Be looking forward for it. It's coming. I'm rolling it out. We rolling it out. We shooting it out. We getting it out. It's coming. It's coming. I'm excited. Okay. So hey, that is all for today. Remember, wellness starts with you worrying about yourself, with you taking care of yourself, with you putting yourself first. You are enough. You are important. And if you don't put yourself first, ain't nobody gonna put you first. Stop waiting on people to stop putting you first and start working on yourself. That's the big theme of this week. Stop waiting and start working. So we want to stop waiting on somebody else to take care of us and start working on ourselves. Start waiting on somebody to solve our issue and start working on ourselves. Start building ourselves. Start building our confidence. Start building. Okay, that we gotta be able to trust ourselves. Talk to ourselves nicely. Talk to me nicely. That starts with yourself, baby. Save ourselves. SOS. This is about us, the us gang. Not them, the us gang. Okay? Have a fantastic Wednesday. And like every Wednesday, remember, if you're not, this is hump day. But if you're not working yet, if you're not really working your ass off, it ain't hump day for you. It's just Wednesday. Go get them today. Work your ass off. This is Coach Hayes, Coach Will on Wednesday, your wellness check-in consultant. I'm here. I'm always going to be here for you. Do the right things. Put yourself first. Stop putting everybody else in front of yourself, okay?